Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is David from Daveden Web Dev, and on this channel I like to talk about all things WordPress, especially about accessibility and dynamic data. If you're new here, please do write your name in the comments so that we'll know. And please, if you can hear me, if you can see me, please do leave it in the comment section so that we know that we can go on from there. So just give it a minute to see. And yeah, as you're joining in, check the chat. I think there's a poll. Let me know which builder you're using most. Is it Elementor or Bricks or Divi? Because I saw a recent video by SiteCrafter and he was saying how Divi is way better than Elementor. So, not Elementor, I mean, more than Bricks. So I was wondering, what do you think? Is Divi easier to use than Bricks? Oh, thank you for confirming. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Jimmy. Yeah. So, which builder do you think is better? Leave it in the comment section and we'll go on from there. So, let me go ahead and start looking for. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I'm going to share my screen now so we can see the latest updates from Elementor because, like you can see in the title, this video is going to be about Elementor mostly. So, and it's going to be about Elementor version 3.25. So let me now go ahead and share my screen. Yeah. So that's the update. Elementor version 3.25 beta release. And let's see. So some of the things that they said they've added are improved performance because of the CSS optimization. Then, I don't know if you noticed in my last video, I was talking about the Anchor.js and how to use a script to remove Anchor.js. Now they've come up with a better native solution. So they've actually removed the Anchor.js script, which was causing so much problems, and they've replaced it with native smooth scroll CSS. So that's one nice feature. Then they've also done some updates to the search widget. So now we have paginations when you're using the live search. I'll confess that I've not been using Elementor that much, so I don't really know where all these updates are. So I may not even be able to find where all of these updates are because I've been going through so many builders. I've gone through Breaks, Gutenberg, Breakdance, Divi, and so many different builders. So I'm a bit lost with Elementor. So I apologize. But yeah, some of the other updates they've come up with are zero CSS. There is some WooCommerce widget styles. What's happening that now all of these styles, before they were always loaded on the page, now they try to load them only when you are using those widgets, and they try to remove the widgets. So each CSS is for each widget rather than a bulk CSS coming together as one. But yeah, but that's not the main focus of today's video. The main focus of today's video is we're trying to see if we can build a website using only the builder and my keyboard. I've gotten my other keyboard again, so that's what I'll be using for today. And we'll see if we can even go further. At least with Bricks, I know I was able to get a bit far. I don't know if you people watched it. If you didn't watch it, you can go back and watch the video. I'll leave a link to it in the description later. But now let's see with Elementor how far I can go, if I can even get through the first section. I don't know. I think I'll need all the luck I can get. Let me. Yeah, it says good luck. So thank you for the. I hope I hope I can go far. And like in the previous video, let me share my screen. The previous video was about this page, so that's exactly what we're going to try to build again using Elementor this time. And for some reason, okay, my mouse disappeared. Well, I guess it's trying to tell me I don't need to use my mouse. But first, we'll use our mouse a little bit. Let me go ahead and show you. So for the theme, I'm using the Hello theme. So appearance, themes. and we just have the hello theme. Initially, it's the same page, so that's why Bricks was installed previously. Now I'm going to use the hello theme and Elementor. So go under plugins, and as we can see, we have Elementor version 3.25 beta 2 and Elementor Pro version 3.25 beta 2 as well. So yeah, now the moment has come. We'll see how far I can go. And let's just see, before I start that, let me just go ahead and see if I've set up the page to be the home page. Okay, no, not yet. So home page, save it. And I guess let me go ahead and hide my mouse. Let me see, where do I hide it? Maybe here. Okay. All right. So now we are on the page. Let me go ahead and try to get. Okay, so let me press Ctrl L to go to the top of the page and start pressing the tab key. And I want to get to the pages, so pages. Then I'll choose skip to main content so I can move to the main content area. So now I'm in the main content area. Like I said in my previous live stream, that is one of the reasons why we need skip links. If there were no skip links, I would have had to press the tab key like 100 times to go through all of the sidebar navigation before I finally even get into my pages to add my page, and I would have probably gotten tired. I know another easy way is to just search. So maybe I can search for home, and I think that should take me to the, wait, let me press Ctrl G. Oh, usually it's just, yeah, exactly. It's supposed to just take me to the home page. I'm beginning to forget some of my keyboard shortcuts. So now I'm in the home page. Let's see if the edit with Elementor is even having the focus outline. So let me press the tab key now. Okay, yeah. So I think that's already a good sign. They put the focus outline on the edit with Elementor, so I can easily know that I'm on the edit with Elementor. So let me go ahead and edit it. Okay, let's see if I can escape any of this. Oh, okay. All right. I guess first problem. Let me see. There doesn't seem to be any way to even. Oh wow. The first big fail already. I'm seeing a pop-up, but I have literally no way to exit this pop-up. I am pressing every key I know about. Let me see. What can I do? Can I find notification? Will that work for me? Escape. No. Wow. Wow. Okay. So the first big fail. This is one of the things that I always talk about pop-ups and why some people just don't like pop-ups. The problem with pop-ups is that most times you don't control the focus properly. So the pop-up can be seen visibly, but a screen reader user or a keyboard user will have no way to interact with it. And we're just going to be stuck forever. So there's literally no way to close this pop-up, as I can see. Maybe if I tab through to the end of the, did I get there? No, there is literally no way. See? So even with, I also say this about let me switch back to my face. Usually I always say this thing about, even when people use pop-ups to create their mobile menu, I tell them, don't use pop-ups for your mobile menu, because when you use pop-ups, literally you are just creating problems for people, because most times the pop-up is not keyboard focusable. And even when Elementor has that option to put it as keyboard focusable, many people go ahead and turn it off because they don't want that focus outline to be on their X button or any of the button links in the menu. So they turn off the what's it called, keyboard accessibility, and literally that just ruins everything for a keyboard user or a screen reader user. Well, I guess I have to use a keyboard or a mouse now to try to close the pop-up. So let me switch back. And I'll just close the pop-up. At least. So that's one problem already. So Elementor, I hope they are listening. Their pop-ups should be accessible. So they should make it that if a pop-up is showing on the screen, then take my focus to that pop-up as the starting point, and it should be using like role equal to dialogue or something. So I cannot do any other thing on the page unless that pop-up is closed. Same thing with all of these cookie banners and all of those things. That's why my own page too, I'm trying to reconsider which cookie banner I'm going to use, because a lot of these cookie banners, they're also not keyboard accessible. So they are good for nothing most of the time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not going to say anything about that, because I think Elementor is not that bad. I think so. I think they are. Let's see. Let's continue and see what we can do now. So let me just go ahead and look at the page again. So that will be, let me come to, so this is how the page looks like. We are starting from this section, which is going to be a container. And then within that container, I'm going to put an image. So let's see if I can actually do that. Now I'm losing hope. Well, let's see. At least the focus outline are showing properly. So that's a really good sign. Then let me say I want container. Okay. Let me press enter. Okay, I have my container. Now within the container, I want to make it full width. So let's see. Yeah, another thing is these are tabs. So ideally, the top three, let me use my mouse and show. Where's, if I can find my mouse. Okay. These top three items, think of them as tabs. They should not really be buttons, I think. So it should be the left and right arrow keys to move between all three like tab items. I think, don't quote me on that, but visually I can see these as tabs. So what should happen is when I get focus to this first item, I should now use my left and right arrow keys to be able to navigate through the top elements, and then then enter the key to like activate it, or spacebar to activate it. And then I can continue tabbing through to all of the other items within the sidebar. But let's continue. Let me move my mouse again. So now we are here. Okay. See, this is another problem again, that I think I know where my keyboard focus is, but it's hard for me to tell you where the keyboard focus is. Right now, the keyboard focus, I believe, is on the flex box. Yeah, because I think that's where it looks like on the flex box. But visually, I can hardly see where the keyboard focus is. That's why they always tell you that hover state and focus state, they should be completely different from the active from the normal state. You should try to use a focus ring outside of it, or something bigger that will make me know where my focus is. Because right now I'm struggling to know where exactly my keyboard focus is. But I think it's on the flex box. So let me press enter to see. Yeah, okay, it's on the flex box. At least the good thing is that I'm using the semantic element, so that's why I can toggle it. With bricks, all of those elements were just pointless. I had to use custom CSS. But yeah, with Elementor, that is looking good. The only thing is that they need to work on their focus outline, because this is very hard to see. Okay, so I'm on boxed. I want it to be full width. Okay, yeah, I got it to full width. Hallelujah. So now it's 100%. Yeah, now let me see. How do I get back to the top? Is there any shortcut to go back to the top of the page? I'm not sure. So I have to press add element. Okay. And this time I want to add an image. So this is my second big text, the second test of the day, to see if we can actually choose the image. So let me know in the comments, do you think I'll be able to actually add an image here? Because with bricks, they had an option to add custom URL, but with this one, it's going to be hit or miss. It's either I can or I can't completely. There's no in-between state. So let's see if I can actually do it. So I'll press, let me see. Where am I? Okay, my focus is currently at the top right of my page. So let me press the tab key. And okay. It's so difficult to know where my focus is right now. I think now I'm on image resolution large. I think that's where I am. So let me press the shift tab again and shift tab. I believe I'm on choose image. I'm just guessing right now. Let me press enter. No, that's not where I am. I'm on some AI stuff. No idea where I am. Okay, so I can choose a dynamic tag, but I can't choose an actual image. So let me go back and show you people what I mean. Right now, I can focus on these dynamic tags, but I can't focus on the choose image. It goes directly from this icon which says create with AI. And when I press the tab key, it moves directly to these dynamic tags. When I press the tab key again, it goes to the large. So that means similar to breaks, the option to choose an image is just there visually and can only be like gotten with a mouse. It doesn't have access with a keyboard or other kind of like key device. It only with touch device or pointing device. So that's already a big fail. So I think thankfully, because I have dynamic shortcodes, I should be able to do some workaround to get the image. I hope so. Let me see. So first, let me just go ahead and Control L, go back to the top of the page, press the tab key, and try to open a new tab. Okay. So I'll press Control Enter. So it opens a new page, then Control 3. Okay, now I'll go to the image, library, and let's see. Skip to main content, yes. So the image is the second one. Let me open it. And the ID of the image, if you see the search bar, let me press Control L to get to the search bar. I'll copy the ID, so Control C. Then I'll come back to my page. I'll be Control 1. And this time again, let's see if I can actually find it. So I believe I am on, where am I? Okay, I'm on caption, then image resolution. These are all just guesswork right now. Then I'm on the dynamic tags now. So press enter, tab. Can I get access to it? No. Nope. No access. So right now, this is so what I would say is for most of the things that's happening here, in terms of the actual, like, I think they are using the semantic elements more than with bricks. Because I think bricks, everything was just a div with like interactions. Whereas with Elementor, they're actually trying their best to use semantic elements. So that's why the drop down is working and some of these things are working. So with Elementor, it looks easier, but they don't have that search feature to be able to search to get to any of the settings. So right now, there's no way to like do a workaround to get any of the settings. Right now, I can't actually access this image thing. So there's no way for me to put an image in this whole page. So right now, right now I can just clearly say it is impossible to build a website with Elementor using only your keyboard. It's just impossible, because if I cannot choose dynamic tags and I cannot choose an image, that means I can only build a page using only text. There is no way to add an image into this whole system, and it's almost pointless. So because right now I'm tabbing through. Let me Or let me just, I guess, I don't know how I'm going to do this again. So my mouse is here. And let's just even try and inspect this page and see what is going on. See, yeah, that's the problem. So everything within that dynamic tag is a div. So there is literally aria relevant equals to additions, aria live equals to assertive, aria role equals to status. That means they have an alert here that gives people alerts. Okay. Then, but the list of tags is funny. They actually called it a list, but it's not a list. It should be at least a list in some way. It should be a list of either select field lists or something that's actually a list. They're just divs with no form of like tab index or anything. So there's no way to access this list. So I guess that is already a fail. There's no, we failed from the beginning. But let's just try and say, okay, so for all the images, I'm just going to do them manually. At least we know images is a fail. But what of other things? Let's keep going. So I'll start again from here. Now the next problem is how do I actually choose? Okay. Oh wow. How did I get to the structure panel? I have no idea. Okay. Let me see. Control. Let's just test it out. Control I. Okay, so that's the way to get to the structure panel, I guess. I can just use the, okay, yeah, now I think I'm getting it. So I'll come back to the structure panel, Control I again. So now I'm in structure panel. Let's just, Control I. Okay, then I'll press Control L to go to the top of the page. So I know that I'm not selecting, I hope I'm not selecting anything. So add element. And see, two things here. They should not use, like, background color is not enough to represent your focus state. It's very difficult, especially when like someone has a low contrast screen whereby some colors look the same. In some situations you would see the two colors will look the same to a user. The gray and the white would look the same, either due to color blindness issues or maybe looking at it in a bright sunlight or just basically having a poor quality screen. Those two colors will look literally the same, the background and the actual place I am on. So it will be hard for somebody to see where their focus is on. That's why it's always the de facto way to do it is to use an outline, and the outline should be a color that is opposite to the background color so that it is visible immediately you see it. Once you just look there, you just know that there is an outline there. Let me see. So Jonathan is saying, actually, the keys are, some of the keys, it's just like how you always know where to click your mouse and all of those things. The keys, the more you use them, the more they become second nature to you, and then you just know what key. Just like how you have Control C, Control V, those shortcuts. When you keep using them, then they become second nature. So let's see how else we can get there. Control. Let me go back to the top of the page, then start tabbing through. At least I like the focus outline on the top bar. You see, it's very easy to see because it is contrasting with the background. So you can easily see where the focus is on the top bar. But after that, every other thing is just not right. So now I want to create another container. Oh no, I need to get to the image properties. So how do I get there? Okay, I said Control I. Oh, Control I. Oh no, it doesn't work. I thought it worked. How do I actually get to the structure? Control I to close and open the structure panel, but it doesn't actually take my focus there. So it's just only visibly removing and putting in the structure panel, but my focus is not going to the structure panel. So it's It's just impossible. I give up. right now, right now, I don't think there's any way to work with Elementor without having a mouse. So that is short and easy. Job done. The conclusion is Elementor is not built, at least the back end is not built with accessibility in mind. It was built with like performance or maybe ease of use for mouse users, but not like proper accessibility in terms of all the different disabilities. So yeah, that's it. Does anybody have any questions with regards to like accessibility or any kind of question? Please just leave them in the comments so we can take a look. Oh, hi Thomas. Thanks for joining in. Does anybody have any questions or any before? Maybe we'll do something else. But for now, I've already given up. Elementor cannot work using only a keyboard. At least bricks, you can still get by, but Elementor, you can't do it. It's just not possible. Maybe I should try. I should have tried it with Grade. I didn't install Grade yet. Otherwise, I'll have been able to try it with Grade. Yeah, because let's even just try it with Gutenberg and see. Let me go to a Gutenberg page. So publish this and see how far I can actually go with Gutenberg as core Gutenberg. Let me open another page up. So pages, let me install Gutenberg plugin. I haven't actually learned the shortcut keys for Gutenberg, so I'll be stuck here. But right now, at least from the clear evidences, I can tell you that bricks, a keyboard user will be able to go further with bricks than with Elementor. It's just crazy. Let's see, pages. And I won't even talk about Divi because I know I think it's after Divi 5 has been released that they said they're going to be working on accessibility. So for now, I believe Divi is just out of the question when it comes to accessibility. Only you have to use all of those third-party plugins. Like I believe there's one called Divi Machine, Divi something, I can't remember, but that helps you to make Divi accessible. Otherwise, Divi also doesn't have accessibility in mind as of this point in time. So yeah, let me see if I can. So I haven't actually tested out Wix and Squarespace. I will think that they will probably, because they are all closed systems, they will have some form of like. I think they will have some form of way to put out accessibility. Like I think so. I think with like Divi, with not Divi, I mean with Squarespace and Wix, then I think something like Webflow as well. I think they too will be good with accessibility. I don't know. I'm not speaking. I believe Amber Hines, she just did a recent research. So we're waiting on the results. She has already done the research and gotten the results. But I think the person who is supposed to publish it, the channel who is supposed to publish it, haven't published it yet. Once it's been published, I will post it on Facebook so you people can go ahead and check out the results from the accessibility test of all of those builders like Wix, Squarespace, and I think Webflow. Yeah. Let's see. 2 hours. I searched for how one website can do this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can. I don't know how you can share the link with me on via email, and I will try to take a look. No guarantees, but yeah, I'll try to take a look and see what. Could you describe what the problem is so we have an idea what problem you were facing, and we'll know if we can actually solve it or not. and which builder you're using. Is it Elementor, Bricks, Breakdance, Divi? So I can pull up the right builder. Then, but while we're here, let me try and build that page with Gutenberg. So let's say this will be home 2. And oh, hi Toby. Thanks for jumping on. Yeah, you can catch the live stream. It was I can say the first part was quite short because Elementor has just failed. Their backend is not accessible. It has some accessibility improvements, but it is not workable. So that is the short and simple answer. So yeah, let's keep going. Let me go ahead and press, I believe it's Control L. And we'll look at it, see. I should actually save, I should have written all this. Yeah, thank you, Toby. Yeah, so the stream was very short. Although I'll just keep going to try to answer any questions anybody has. But for now, in terms of Elementor, it wasn't successful. The backend is currently not accessible. Maybe in future. There is also another issue that they have, which was brought to my attention by Anne in my last live stream. She said, because I was always wondering why my screen is supposed to be like have big fonts. Usually I increase the font size a little bit, but the builder is always having some tiny fonts. So when I'm building, I'm always wondering, why am I having to struggle to see everything in the builder? Then Anne now pointed me to the right track, that if I inspect the page and see all of them, everything was done using, let me see if I can find it. Yes, so you see, where's the font size? Let's go to something that has a font size. This is the button, a div. Okay, this div, the image, font weight 700. Okay, and where's the font size? Where are all the font sizes? Okay, you can see things like 12 pixels. That is, so most of the things that are written in the builder, they are done using pixels. So even when I increase the font size of my entire, like my browser settings, those sidebar settings, they don't increase their font size. The font size still remains the same because Elementor used pixels. Let me see if I can find all of those. Okay, so margin 5 pixels. Okay, yeah, that one, no problem. Padding. Or let me just go to computed and see font. Search for font. Where's your search? I'm beginning to, let me reduce it a little bit so I can see. Okay. Okay, vertical accordion. Oh yeah, a vertical accordion. Do you mean horizontal accordion or vertical accordion? Because if you can share the link to my email, let me even drop my email in the chat, so you can drop it to helpdesk@daveden.co.uk. I think I can use that one. Thanks for joining in, Anne. Yeah. At the moment, I tried. Let me go ahead and show you what I was trying to show everybody. So I was trying to get this image. So I went into the page. So I went to this. How do I get to the sidebar again? So the sidebar, everything didn't work out well for me, unfortunately, because let's just go to that one. Okay, Control 1 again, Control L, Tab, and so I can get to first of all, I was telling people the focus outline, they are using box shadows for their focus outline. So it's very hard to know where my focus is. I have to be guessing. So now I'm on and those should be tabs. So they should work like tabs, but they're not actually working like tabs. They are just buttons. And the biggest problem was that there is, let me see, how can I close this? Oh, I don't even know where I am. I just pressed the wrong thing. Okay, I closed it at least. Now where am I? Okay, yes. So now I am somewhere image resolution, but now I'm on the dynamic tags. If I press the dynamic tag, I can't even choose a dynamic tag because the drop down shows, but there is no way to focus into the drop down because they're all divs. So there's nothing to be able to access that drop down. Number two, I can't choose the choose image that is visible here. I can't actually click on it because it is not focusable. So if I press Shift Tab, I go to the AI. So if I press enter now, I'm entering AI. So it jumps from the AI button to the dynamic tags. The choose image is just there visibly, but I can't use a keyboard to access it. Oh yeah, let's hope so, and because I know the electricity is a bit of a hit and miss sometimes. So let's hope. Then, but now see, I am so literally there's no way to choose an image, and even after I chosen an image, that's the end. There's no way to so if I've chosen this image, I can only style that image. If I try to get access to other things like the container, there is no way to actually get into this whole structure. There is no shortcut. There's only a shortcut to open and close the structure. So if I press the Control I, it closes it. Press Control I again, it opens the structure, but there is no focus into it. So my focus still remains on where my page was in the first place. It doesn't move my focus into the structure. So I'm stuck. So the thing is, I can add elements, but I can't actually go back to edit any previous elements because I cannot get the list view, and it is just a mess. So that's how limited the whole thing is. I hope. I'm hoping that Elementor will fix their backend. So maybe take some long time out to fix the whole of this backend because, like you pointed out, Anne, that the fonts, there's no way to, like, they're all pixels, so it's not increasing. There are just so many things that they need to, like, in terms of keyboard accessibility and the UX, there's a lot of things they need to fix. So that's it for Elementor. I've given up. So I'm looking at Gutenberg and seeing maybe I'll have some luck with Gutenberg, with core Gutenberg, because I don't have any other thing. Because this page only has Elementor. So let's see. The first thing I will need to do is add a group block, I believe. So group. Let's see if I will get better with Gutenberg. I'll choose the full layout. I'll make it to be align full width. That's it. So did I add another block in? Okay, yeah. Let me press the. What was the shortcut to open the list view again? Let me see. It is Control Shift Alt O. Okay, Shift Alt O. Okay. As you can see, with Gutenberg, once you press the Shift Alt O, it takes your focus directly into the list, so you know that you're on the list view, and then you can start moving from there. Whereas with Elementor, it opens it visually, but the focus does not go to the list view. So most of the pop-ups from Elementor, it doesn't really go there. So yeah. Okay. So let me see if I can open up the email. So just give me 1 minute. I think. Let's hope it is something I can actually answer. Let's see. Let me go to my mail. And yeah, let's see how well I can go with Elementor. Hopefully, Elementor is okay. So yeah. Mm. Okay. I can. I think I can. I can. I'm seeing the website. Okay, so it's an accordion. Okay. Hmm. Well, for this specific accordion, the only way I can say you can do this accordion is let me see if I can pull it up to open the page so everybody can see. I did something similar a long time ago. Yeah, so here is the accordion. It's just this accordion whereby you can open it, the what I call horizontal accordion. I believe it shouldn't be too difficult. Although for me, I used, let me see if I can pull it up now. Oh no, it will not be logged in here. Let me just see. Come to a normal page, and let me go ahead and open my plugins. And I will install Design Kit. Design Kit. Yeah, install the plugin. Oh, okay. Ah, all right. I just saw your message, Jimmy. Catch you later. Let me activate Design Kit. And I think I will share the zip file later when I get a chance. Let me turn off all of this. I don't need page templates. Let me make it only, those two. And finish. Okay. Oh yeah. So did you see the tutorial I did about that one? Will that work for you? The one about the one I used this plugin for. My mouse keeps disappearing. Finish. Okay. Let me go to the widgets, my widgets, and I'll log in. For now, let me just log in somewhere else. Okay. I hope I have the email. Login. Okay. So now go back to my widgets. I think this was something similar. Let me close all of these. Close this. So yeah, because basically you can't actually do it directly if you are using Elementor. You can't do this anymore. You need a plugin, or you need to write the HTML and CSS yourself. I know Imran has one video he did a long time ago where he used containers. Let me see. Web Squadron accordion, I think. Yeah, I think he had this one. Have you tried this out? It had some limitations which I won't go into, but I think you can check out this vertical accordion by Imran. Maybe that might work for you. But let's go ahead and see. Let me see. Because with this one, what I did was, let me open it on the dashboard, pages, new page, and then just say accordion, publish, edit with Elementor. And Okay, then we'll go ahead and just drop that widget in, accordion. Oh, yeah, I did some changes on the back end, so it's a bit, it doesn't show well in the builder because I was testing out. Oh wait, what's happening here? Shouldn't show that. Let me see what caused that problem. Dynamic shortcode settings. Elementor, yeah, that's why it's not working. I don't need breaks. Save. Refresh. View on the front end. Still not working. Why? Okay. Oh, I see. I see what you mean now. A gray box plus an accordion. Yeah, that one I will have to take a better look later because I think I see what you mean now. You want this. So I want the accordion to be on the right. So the same way it is here, where there is this text on the left and then the accordion on the right. Okay, that one I would have to take a better look at it and create. Maybe I'll create a widget and share the zip file at some point. I think that would probably be the easiest thing to do. And you have to use this W design kit to install it. But yeah, because I can't do it directly. If it was in Breaks or any other builder, I probably may have to be able to do it. But with Elementor, I can't do it directly. I will need to use a third-party plugin, or at least write the code myself from scratch. So that one might take a while, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes later. But I think I know. I can see what you mean now. So, but yeah, let me see. Okay. So yeah, I think what I'll just do is now look at the Gutenberg and see if I can actually just use Gutenberg and build our website and see how well I'll be able to do it with Gutenberg compared to Elementor, because Elementor with only the HTML, or maybe what do you think? Should I build it with Elementor, or should I just continue using my mouse and then just talking about how I'll build that website generally in Elementor? So where's that website again? It's called Buy Right, right? Buy Right Market. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think is better. Should I continue trying to build out this website in Elementor using my mouse, because like I said, the keyboard already failed, and if that's what you came here for, I'm sorry, it was not possible. Elementor doesn't do it. But if you want to stick around, I'll just build this whole website. Yeah, okay. So I'll just keep building the website in Elementor, and we'll just be talking about it generally in terms of accessibility, and hopefully, and okay, yeah. So we've gotten a confirmation. So she said we should build it in Elementor. So if you have any like accessibility tips, please do leave them in the comments while we try to build this website with Elementor. So I'll start. Let me now be more serious. I will go ahead and I think the first thing we need to do is get rid of this home. So if you're using the Hello theme, I think you can just go. Let me exit all of these. Let me exit everything I don't need. Close this, and close this. So we declutter everything. So yeah, so we're back to the page. The first thing I will always do is that I would come to the Elementor settings, and I just like to disable all of these default colors. I don't want Elementor to be messing up with my colors and my typography. So these two boxes, I always like to check them before I even start anything. I just check these two boxes. Then the next thing I'll do is usually I'll come to features and activate the features I feel are important. So like here for now, I'll use the menu, and I think that's all I need from this one. So let me just activate the menu. Then next, if you're using the Hello theme, you can come under appearance and no, not yeah, appearance and then theme settings. And what I like to do is I like to disable the page title and disable this cross-site header and footer, because I'm using the theme builder, so I'll just build all of those things again. So save settings, and the settings are saved. Okay. Now we can come back to the page, refresh it, and yeah, so at least we are starting from somewhere. Okay. Next thing now, let me go back to the page. The first thing we have is just this whole section. Ideally, you want there to be an actual text as your H1. But unfortunately, we don't have a text as our H1. And this is Elementor, so it's not even possible. Oh, I just remembered. I wish I was using bricks. Yeah, I think the reason why they added it is a lot of builders, some people prefer to build their own. eh, Yeah, I think so. Many people like to build their own, right? So people prefer to build their own skip links. So at least they're giving you the option now, but it is just going to be site wide. So it's either you have it all on all your sites or on none of your sites. So that is what Elementor. eh, I think because I think even with breaks as well, they give you that option to disable skip links as well, because they feel you may want to build it out from scratch yourself, maybe using your own theme or something like that. That's what I feel. But yeah, so we get this whole section. Ideally, we want one way that some builders do, like let me show you with WebAIM. Sometimes, like what WebAIM does, what some people do is, since there is no H1, they will put the H1 and then they'll put the image inside the H1 and then use the alt text of the image in the H1 so that it becomes the accessible name of the H1. Like you see with WebAIM, if you inspect their page, what they did was they put H2 and then they put the image with the alt text. So that alt text now becomes the accessible name of the link and the H2. So sometimes some people do that, but with Elementor, it I don't know if I don't think there's any way to actually put the image inside of the heading, so that's not possible. So I wonder what would be the best option here. I guess we just first let me remove the padding from the container. So on the image, I'll give it an alt text which is equal to the visible text, and I'll just hope for the best there. Or how best to actually put the alt text of this image? Is it going to just be the visible text, or do I have to also describe all of these fruits inside of the image? I'm not sure. But first, let me write the whole name first. Buy right market Polk Street is open. Buy right market Polk Street is, well, I think Polk Street is okay. Is open. Yeah, I think there was a Yeah, it's actually, yeah, I do agree that it is not that good practice, but I think some people say is at least it's better than nothing to put the alt text as the accessible name of the image because of the heading. Because I think when you now check if you inspect and check the accessibility tree, you see the heading will still get that accessible name as the image alt text. So some people do it that way. I don't know if it's. Uh, I think they actually just added that recently. The previously it was just the A and then the alt text, but I think recently they just added that H2 to the image itself. So there's H2 on this image, then there is the hidden H2 to describe the navigation link. So if I use the heading map, you see there's H2 on the image, then there's another H2 to describe the navigation, and then we have the H1 and all the other H2s, and every other thing continues. So that's how they recently changed, because previously it was not like that. Previously it was the main navigation. I think they called it main or something like that, or primary. I can't remember. Then I think now they've decided to change it this way. Right. But yeah, this whole thing generally, I would prefer that the person uses actual text rather than image to describe their H1. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the reason why I'm always is because I'm always searching their site for all information that I need. So that's why I keep going to their site to to learn more, because I know that my accessibility understanding is a bit limited. So yeah. So yeah, I think so for this one, what happens is I believe from the W3C docs, they mentioned that a site can start with a and H2 as long as the once you start the H1, then because once you start the H1, then every other thing to follow. Anything before the H1 usually is not that important. So that's why they start you can start with H2s for your heading, because I think is it the W3C docs? I think the W3C themselves, they also do something similar. Is it? I don't know if it's W3C or somebody else. Or is it? It could be MDN docs. They do something similar to that. Okay, no, it's not them. There was another. I think there was one website that they are. So what they do is that their heading is just, rather than a logo, they put text. So they put the a H2 and then a link inside the H2 because the text is the link, and then they have the H2 again to announce the navigation and other things like that. So I think I can't remember where they said it, but they said you can start a website with H2s as long as once the H1 starts, it starts the what they believe the it starts the main content area. We now have that H1 and start from there in the main content area. So anything before that can have H2s and other kind of headings like that. So yeah, so where was I? Okay. So this first section, we have the alt text. Okay. Then the second section, simply delicious, freshly arrived, simply delicious with some paragraph text. And I'm wondering, are these H3s under a H2 or are these just all H2s? I'm not even sure. Let me look at the title again. So if I zoom in a little bit, and we're excited to open our third buy right market. Okay. So are these like subheadings under this freshly arrived, simply delicious, or are they separate headings? Let's see. Buy right, creamy, and friends. So these are all like the different things within their. So I'll just guess that this is H2 with some paragraph text, then H3s with some buttons. That's what I would guess. And I'll say this is like a link within the same, this whole general section. That's what I'm just guessing. So let me start from there and see. I'll close these. So we have our first section with this buy right thing. Then second section, I'll put everything into one section. And so I'll make this main container a section, additional options. The tag should be a section. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I always, any accessibility input you want, you have for me, just let me know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let me show it so that everybody can see. So yeah, I totally agree because this is not even my website, so that's why I'm looking at. This is just from the speed build, so I will agree. I tend to not use center aligned images as well or text. So let me see. Probably I'll probably make it left aligned and I will try to shorten the paragraph text a little bit because I think it's looking way too long. Even inspect it and see how long it is. It is like 111. So I wonder if anybody has like one of those, what they call those things, those bookmarklets that can help me to see what exactly how many characters are in this line. I think that would be a nice thing to, so I know how long the text per paragraph is. So let's see if I put it, okay, container, drop down. I'll say this is a section. And then within that section, we now have so many other things in there. So first we have another container. This will just be a full width section. So this container now will be boxed and it will be the first one with the freshly arrived, simply delicious. So for Elementor, I'll use maybe image box widget. I think that will save me some time. Image box. No, not image, but image box. I remember again. I have something ruining up my CSS here. Let me go back and delete it. I had one CSS framework that I use for breaks, but when it comes to Elementor, it creates problems. So I have to go ahead and disable. I believe it's under typography somewhere here. This max width, I have to delete all of them. Okay, save. Okay, I'll go back, refresh. Yeah, so it looks the same again. So first I'll delete the image. Then I would make the width of the image box. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'll make the width of the image box to be constrained to something like 60 characters. So I'll come to the width, custom, and I would give it a width of, let's say, main 100 5%, maybe 60 characters. I think it is, or I think that should be good enough. Or 55, 58. Yeah, I think something like that. Then let me center it. So I'll come to the container, make it to be the column, and then the align item centered. Okay. So come back, copy this. No, I have to type it out because it's all caps. So come to the image box and set freshly something. My memory, I don't know, it doesn't stay long. Okay, so 85 characters. Okay, so I see. Okay, so it should be 85 characters. Okay, these days I just put 65 because I'm too scared about anything. So I always like to just set it to 65 or something smaller because I don't know. It's easier for everybody to read. So freshly arrived, simply delicious. Let me try and remember that in my memory. Arrived, comma, simply delicious. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. So we've gotten this. Now, what else? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me first let's go to style and align everything left. So should I align the hunt? Or it's okay in the center here, but just left aligned? What do you think? Let me give it some space, a little bit of space. Advanced. I have one CSS. So usually, rather than setting the top and bottom padding every time for my sections, I just have one CSS utility class called gap. So it just gives me some space up and the top at the bottom. Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I totally I totally agree about this. Yes, the more when you and then more conversion equals to more money. So let's continue. So we have this. So buy right. Then now what will you say about the I guess this is just one line. It is not bad to have like I'm on the wrong thing. It should be on the let me start naming all of these. This is hero section. This is just maybe our services or something. This is so I'm guessing first I'll make it like I said it will be H2. So this will be H2. Why? Okay. I wonder what did I put in my CSS? I have so many CSS that don't work well in Elementor. Let me come back. I think it's under typography and let me just remove all of these. Save. Because I created this for breaks especially. So sometimes in Elementor it starts to look different. Okay. So we have freshly arrived, simply delicious. Then let me copy the other text, this whole long text, Control C, and paste it there. Okay. Maybe I'll just make it. Yeah, I keep adding so many. So whenever I watch different videos like from Kevin Powell, once he comes up with some new CSS, I just stick it into my core framework, utility classes and everything, so that it just keeps getting updated. The more I listen to, like, what's her name, Eccles, somebody, Stephanie Eccles, and Kevin Powell and different people, the more I see those CSS, the more I just keep following them. So now we have this freshly. Would you say it is good to? I think it's not that bad, since they're just forwards, to make them all caps. I don't know. Let's see. If I go to the style tab, content, typography, do I have? Okay, nothing set yet. I have to create one. Got it. And then I'll say maybe var dd font size XL LG. Okay, let's say XL. Oh, yeah, XL. Then font weight, I'll leave it at 700. Oh, what did they use? Yeah, I think so. And style, no, it should be text transform uppercase. Okay, maybe I'll make it 500. Yeah, okay, I think 500 will do. And yeah, maybe I'll just make this large. No, I think XL will do. Makes it, gives more contrast between the heading and the text, I feel. I should ideally also have different font, I think, for that will make the heading and the text look completely different. But yeah, we'll go from there. Something like this. Go to the next section, and that is this other section. I'll put that. Yeah. So that's okay. That's it. So that's why I put everything in the style tab, so that everything is I put everything as CSS in the style tab, so that is I'm not actually writing the text. The text is still written in standard small format. Yeah, that's it for this section. Then the next section, let me create a new container in this one for the next container. Okay. So now this comes since they are the same thing multiple times, sometimes I'll just use something like Jet Engine and create a component, so that I don't have to be redoing it over and over again. I just do it once and just change all of this, and everything changes everywhere. But I don't have Jet Engine installed there, so I have to be creating the section multiple times. If it's in Gutenberg, I think I can create like some patterns, right? Is it patterns with overrides, so that I can use the same pattern, since it's just a repeating pattern. First one, second one, and the third one. But okay, since I don't have that, come into the container, and I'll create 3 containers. So this one will be for the image. Or this is Elementor. Every widget has wrapper divs already, so I don't think I need to put containers. Let me just put image, and then maybe a container, because let's see. This is just okay. This is a heading, text, and a button. So I'll put a container. And another container for this one will be, maybe I just put it a heading widget, but change it to a span. So come back to this container. Okay, yeah. That's what I'm going to be testing out next week, I believe. The grade suit. So that I'll see all the rave about grade and see how good grade is. I've been seeing so many of the videos showing how grade is, and so next week that will be my goal, to test out grade. The last part is heading again. So that will be the kind of like a link. Let's call it the heading. So that's the first section. I'll now use this as repetitive sections for the others. So let me now come here. I have another utility class I just use. My video will be somewhere in the description. DD split grid and layout full width. Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully we'll see how it goes with that one with grade. Maybe when you have very good internet, so you host it and then I'll join in, because my internet, I don't know, I'm too scared about my internet. So we can do it together. I would totally want to do a video together with you or a live stream. So we have this container. This is going to be my split grid. So this one will be the left one. So DD split grid. And there will be call one. Oh, yeah, okay, I still remember it. Remove the padding from the main container so that everything is flush to the edge of the screen. So we can see it's flush to the edge. No, there's still a padding somewhere. Where's the padding? Oh, no, there's no padding. It's just my eyes. No, there is a padding. I guess it's the image. Come to the style tab, set it to 100%. So this is split grid. And this is width. Okay, so everything is there. Okay. Then the container, this is where I'll put advanced tab again, and this one will be called DD split grid call 2, and it will be just call 2. So yeah, and then the last one, yeah. Then what else? So split grid. Okay, yeah, the gap should be 0. I think that is it. Okay, publish. Okay, yeah. I guess I'll hold on then. So when you're fully ready, we'll come and do the live stream together, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so yeah, it's looking ugly now. So let me just add an image so that it starts having some form of at least color. So this image, this is where I get, sometimes I get a bit limited. Like, what do I put as the alt text? Nowadays, I've been using the AI to like give me a general idea of the alt text, then I rewrite it in my own words. I think that's because sometimes I look at some food items, I'm like, okay, so what exactly is there? What should I talk about and what should I show? So let me see if I can do it here now. I'll come over to, let's see if I can find what's the name of this thing? Claude. And I'll drop that image in Claude and see what it tells me. First of all, let me look for the image on my other screen. That should be under the web tests, and it should be under images. Oh yeah. That I can't even remember where I dropped the image. This should be under web tests, challenges. I'm looking at my other screen at the moment, trying to find where I put the main copy of this image. So that will be the demo. No. Oh, I can't seem to find it anymore. So, can I just drag and drop? Let's see. Drag. No. Copy URL. Paste it in the AI. Copy. Thanks. Let's see what does. Let me see what AI tells me. It says that's a long. Oh boy, this is a long alt text. I'll have to edit it, but let me copy it to screen so that everybody can see. This is what it says. It says, can I zoom in? Okay. A composite image showcasing fresh ingredients and a mobile app for ordering produce. In the foreground, a wooden cotton board displays sliced apples, whole tomatoes, and leafy greens. A colorful salad in a terracotta bowl sits nearby, featuring mixed greens. Okay, I guess that's the bowl there, yeah, and fruits. A hand holds a smartphone displaying a grocery delivery app interface, showing images and prices of various fresh vegetables and fruits available for purchase. The image conveys the concept of convenient app based ordering of fresh ingredients for healthy meal preparation. Okay, so that this is the, I can delete the rest. So yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I was it was on my other screen. But yeah, this is the image of what Claude brought out. So what do you think about the image? I think it sounds okay. Because the browser is the same way where my screen recording is, so it's on a different monitor, and I don't have it logged in. I don't have anything logged in on my normal browser. So if I open Claude on this browser, I can't log in because I don't have. How does it? That's the problem with the way I set up my whole interface. That I don't have my login because my email is not connected to this browser. This browser is just basically for live stream, so that none of my personal information shows up at all. But yeah, so based on that image, this is exactly what Claude was trying to bring out. Based on, given that this is a a restaurant, and this is an image of the restaurant showing you how to order for the item. I think Claude did a very good job here. I believe. Yeah, definitely. We'll have to do uh, an episode, because usually what I now do is that I'll take this whole thing, and then I'll just shorten it to something that I can read. Maybe like the first paragraph, like this. This is how my alt text tend to end up being. So I'll look at it. I'll go back again and try to cut down on some of the words. But generally, my alt texts are usually quite long. Oh, okay. Yeah, let me share it now. Okay, so I just sent it to you. If my network will, oh, my phone is not here, so that's why it's not sending. Let me see. It's still trying to load. Okay, yeah, I just sent it, so you can check your messages. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. Composite image. Okay, yeah, exactly. That is this whole part. I tend to remove that as well. Yeah. So it'll be good to see a better alt text. So while we're waiting for the alt text, let me just add the other text at the side. So in the container, let me go ahead and I'll drop in an image box widget and a button widget. I think you can also use the CTA widget, but I'm still in doubt with that whole CTA widget, so I don't use it for now. Let me close the structure, zoom out a little bit, then align this to the center. So then justify content center. Okay, yeah. So we have everything. Then let me go ahead and add the next text. I think this is grocery delivered. So groceries. Groceries delivered, yeah. And the other text is with all of this long story. Oh, because I'm using it will strip out all of the links. Oh, term supply. That term supply is no longer a link. It should be a link here. And even the bold text, 20% off your first 3 orders. All of that has been stripped away. But anyway, we can fix that later. Then download app. Okay. So instead of click here doesn't make any sense. So say download app. Ideally, you would want to that's why I'm hoping that Elementor comes up with their version of what's it called? A global classes. Because we don't want to be styling the button 100 times. So right now I have to go to the button. I'll style this button, even if I'm using global colors or anything. If I create a new button, I'll have to go again and style that button a second time, a third time, which is just redundant. Ideally, I hope Elementor will come up with their what's it called? The global classes, so we don't need to be doing that every time. But yeah, download app. I'll give it typography, text transform to be uppercase, then the background color. Usually you set some global colors, but I have welcome back, sketching choreographer. Thanks for joining in. So we've just been talking about alt text. I said this image, I gave it an alt text of this long alt text, and Anne has graciously decided to provide us with a better alt text. So, but this is what it reads for now. It reads a very long. Let me try and. Okay, yeah. You can read the alt text. This is how long it is, which is very long. People want to see. They want to get as much information as possible, but in quick time, not having to spend because like I was even just trying to remember text. I always forget text quickly. So if we can give information as quickly as possible, but still give enough information for the person to understand, that is the okay. Let me see. Let me open another one, a new tab, and okay. So here we go. If you all are ready, let me try and paste it in now. I just got the message. Let me paste it in. Yeah. So, what do you think? Everybody on the chat, what do you think about this one compared to the very long alt text I provided before? So now this one says, let me go ahead and push it to the side a little bit, so you can see the image. This is the image. So it says fresh vegetables and fruits, a bowl of salad, and okay, no, and a hand holding a smartphone. Yeah, so that is that's so let me shorten it a little bit so we can see it. Yes, side by side. So you're talking about the bowl, yeah. So fresh vegetables and fruits, yeah. There is a bowl of salad there, and a hand holding a smartphone, showing a mobile app here for ordering the produce, conveying the concept of convenient app-based. So yeah, this is quite short and to the point. So I agree. This is way better than the one I provided before. But if anybody wants to chime in the comments, please do leave your thoughts. I guess I'll even use this. Let me just copy it now. And we'll get back. So I'll go back to the image, go in, and then I paste that alt text there. Then save it. I know a lot of people start to ask about title and all of that. In fact, let me delete the title. Ideally, I saw an image recently, like a question today on the Elementor Facebook group where the person was asking, she wanted to be able to, or I don't know, he or she wanted to be able to put dynamic text so that they can add not just all text to their images, but they also wanted to add the title. And I'm like, no, I don't think an image needs a title attribute. That is just redundant information. We should only just have the alt text. That is enough information for the image. Don't start trying to over engineer things, which is the problem with most people. We always try to over engineer everything. So rather than just keeping it simple and short, we, especially in bricks, because bricks gives you that option where they give you lots of places to put information. So you have like area label, you have title, you have so many things. So most bricks users, they like to just fill in all of those information for links, for images. And I'm thinking, no, this is just keep it simple. Like, you don't have to over engineer everything. Don't have to start putting area label when there is already an alt text. You start putting title attributes when there is already an alt text. It's not necessary. Just stick to the simple basics and we'll all be fine. But yeah, let's look back into the chat. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So let me put this so everybody can see. yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, let me show it for everybody. This is what happens when, because people just love putting all the information they can get. You, you end up with. Well, yeah, that's the trouble. Like I keep seeing, I've seen it so many times with so many like recently I was looking at one person, he released a new component, and I was seeing the visible text showing something like is it like download now or something like that, but then he puts an area label saying click here to choose. Like the visible text and the area label don't even go together. Like you are looking at the text and saying, so what a screen reader user is seeing is like way different from what a visible user is seeing. At least usually we try to put the visible text and then append some other information to it. But this one, he puts a visible text as maybe like version 1.9 or something like that. But the alt text says click here to check the change log, which will take you to the page that does this. I'm like, wow, that is, you've lost, both parties are seeing two completely different things. Like, I don't know. But maybe that's just, maybe I misread what was going on because I didn't really, I just turned on my, because usually when I'm on the bus, sometimes I just turn on my screen reader on my phone. I use TalkBack, so I just put it on and just scroll through different the pages. So what I'm hearing is completely different from what I am seeing, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, something is wrong. But that's what we have come to now because people, the web developers, all have so much freedom now. They just keep putting in information however they like, just to show that they know about accessibility. And well, I don't know. let's continue. Yeah. Exactly, yeah. What Anne is saying. That's what I keep stressing out. That make sure that the alt text or whatever, the area label or whatever kind of area information you're putting and the visible text, they kind of correlate. So put the visible text into the alt text at least at the beginning, so that when somebody's using voice control and it says maybe like open XYZ link, the voice control will be able to pick out that that is the link you're looking for. But when you say open XYZ link, the voice control is trying to pick out that link, but the link doesn't actually have that name. So it is seeing a different name from what you are seeing as a visual user, and then it doesn't work. Like, so please, let's keep it simple, please. So yeah. So that's the alt text for that image. Then I think we just have to create some kind of gap between. Yeah, let me show it for everybody to see. Yeah. Then let me go ahead and just add. Usually I have like I said, I have different kind of utility classes. I know Jimmy uses core framework as well. So Jimmy, do you use the default like variables that come with core framework, or you're like me that just changes everything? Because for me, the core framework is just a shell, but every CSS there is completely different from what is there by default. I just literally create the blank framework and then I load in my own style. So everything, the naming convention and everything is just different from the basic one, which is why when a few people were asking me to do videos about core framework, and I'm skeptic. I'm reluctant because I don't actually use the default values. So it's hard for me to say this is what you should do. When people try to do it, it doesn't work for them because I'm doing something completely different from what almost everybody is doing. And that's just me. I don't know why. It's hard for me to just follow the norm. I like to just be different in terms of my naming because that's how I remember things in a different convention from everybody. Every other person will say maybe, because it took me a while to even change to start using space X, space L, space M, space S, which is the convention for most people. But most times, initially I was using some other naming convention for my variables, but now I'm trying my best to follow some of the formats from the core framework. Like I think they have some. I don't know if it's in this one, so let me try and see if I used it here. I think it's called var dd. I always put my initials dd. I believe they call it card space. Yeah, I think that works. But let me change it to something else. Let me use content gap, or yeah, I think that should be okay. Just enough space between the content and the button. Then now with the background colors, generally I would say create global colors, but I found a workaround with colors and using core framework. So I just choose a dynamic tag. I choose any of the two. I either use dynamic shortcodes, which is what I tend to use, or I'll use this custom field. And what I do is I go to the advanced tab and I just put it as a fallback. So say var dd maybe CLR light, and it gives me white. So something like that's one trick I started using. Then if I come to the other one, dynamic tags, let me use dynamic shortcodes this time. See var dd CLR maybe no text CLR body, or let me use title. That should work. Okay, so that's how I normally do it. Oh yeah. Oh hi Lex. Thanks for stopping by. I'll hopefully one of these days I will jump onto one of your streams and we'll sort out that source edit that you were having problem with, or source record. We'll see if it how we can fix it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you don't change much. I just decided to create my own from scratch. So now my own framework is just different. I use completely different. Everything is different for me. Well, let me just put the button. Let me put a border around it because I think that's what they did here. Okay, and then so I'll put a border, solid. Maybe make it 2 pixels, and I'll put border color. I think it's already good. But let me just use the same thing, dynamic tags, dynamic shortcodes. Put the wrench icon and put this. Then on hover, I want the text to be white and the background to be dark. So I'll put, no, var dd clr, maybe light. Okay, and then the background, I want to give it a color that is black. Ideally, you should put global colors, but unfortunately, I can't use my core framework as global colors here. There is a way Imran came up with to be able to like change the global variable name from Elementor, but I'm not using that here. So I'm just going to be doing the old-fashioned way. Okay, so that's it. Okay, we get our colors. So publish. Let me look at it on the front. Oh yeah, I need to make this all caps because I think that's what they did for most of their headings. Style. Then I'll go to content and I'll make the title. I should have created a global class. Transform should be uppercase. Then font size, I think it is var dd font size should be, I think it was XL I used. No, let me just use large. Okay. Then weight should be 500. Okay. I can just save this as H2 heading or H. Oh no, I said that I was going to use this as a H3, but it doesn't matter. Okay, H3s, publish. Then the last section, because we're just going to be duplicating that section multiple times. So this last section will be join the Control C. And that's another problem with links. I saw one post today where the person did the same thing where you're not even sure this is a link because it's just text. You wouldn't know it's a link until you hover over it. Ideally, when you have text in, like, especially when it's like a text in paragraph, I would always recommend like putting an underline or something, or underline or something that'll make me know that it's a link. Otherwise, I'll just be seeing this text and be wondering, okay, this is just a text, until I try to go past it and then I realize that, oh no, I can actually click on it. So come back to the heading. Let me just put that text and I'll give it same thing, some spacing. Maybe make it, oh yeah, it's not supposed to be a heading. It's supposed to just be some kind of just a paragraph text and then a link inside it. Just put hash. It should actually does it have it doesn't have an underline? I guess Elementor doesn't. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's me. I didn't put. Maybe I'll use custom CSS to do that now. But first, let me make it have some padding. So I'll put my. So that's how weird I am. So my padding. Use the, what's it called? I think this is how. who uses this kind of structure for their padding, where they use this kind of letters, PX, PY. I think that's for, what was it called? I think that should be for, what's it called? This what, Tailwind. Yeah, I think that's a Tailwind way of writing their own CSS. But I got used to it, so padding. I want the Y to be XS or SM. No? S. Okay, S. Then, no, I think I want it to be full width. So I'll say DD split grid full. Is that not it? Something, I must have forgotten my, oh yeah, I'm putting on ID instead of classes. DD split grid full to make it full width. Then I would now actually control the width itself, custom, make it pencil icon and set it to a width. Var dd width, no, text width. And finally, I want it to be centered. So I'll use, what do I use? Margin? Yeah, margin in line auto. So that'll be margin X auto. Yeah. Okay, I'm beginning to remember all my CSS. Or not. I just remembered. I this is what happens when you're using, when you use so many other different builders for so long, you start to forget how some builders work. Should have a container. Is it? Yeah. Add a container. And that container is what we down, because I'm going to have a background color. So that container should be full width, yes, and have a background color that is equal to this. I have my trusty utility tool, so copy my color. Oh no, let me use, these days I like to use HSL, so let me use HSL. Come back to this container, it's in the wrong place, should be not a child of any element. Yes. Okay, that container, that's where I actually add the class that I added before. So that will be dd split grid full. So what I did was I created some grid template areas and I give them names. That's why you see if I put the class name here, it basically creates, let me show you in the front end. Let me just put the background color. And the text, let me put it white so people can oh, don't have a white color. Publish, just so you can see what it looks like on the front end. Preview. So what happened was I created, why am I still having this space? No. We'll go and check. So I created a utility class that basically creates a 2-column layout. I've done so many videos about it, where one column stretches to the edge of the screen. The other column stays within the box content area, so it doesn't go past that box content area. And then there is enough gap in between, and everything just basically works well together. Why do I have a space? Let me see. It's not here, is it? The image doesn't have a, so it should be split grid. And then, does it? Okay, yeah, everything is living within this container. That's why. This is the section housing everything. Yeah. So now everything should be okay. Yeah, that's it. I should have, I don't know why there's no, this space is different. What did I do? Anything on the section? Okay, wrong element. Should be on the inner container. Should have some padding just to give it some space. Okay, so now, yeah, we get this. So we have the first section, then we have this middle section. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. You were telling me about the Stream Deck and having so many like hotkeys and all of that. Yeah, that would definitely be a good idea. I think I should start thinking about that as well, because having to write all of these things over and over again sometimes it is better to just have it a shortcut key that just press the button and it writes it for you. But yeah, so that's what I've created here. The section. So now we have this split grid here. It goes to the edge of the screen. The text remains in the box content area. And we have our text within that one. So I think we've created our first section. Now let me make it bigger. So I'll make that a little bit bigger. What is the size? Let me just center it as well. Size should be, I should really create global classes here, but DD, CLR, no, font size, MD. Okay. Weight, 500. Okay. And publish. So now I can now duplicate this section multiple times. So duplicate 2, 3. There is some padding in between. So that means it's coming from the container. Set that to have a 0 padding. Save it. Yep. So we get something similar. Okay. Why is this? Did I constrain the width? I don't think I did. Why is it going to 2 lines? I thought it would be full width. Not sure. Oh yeah, because I did. Yeah, let's see. Did I constrain the width? Yeah, I did. Okay, that's why it's going into. Okay, doesn't matter. So we have this section. Everything feels okay now, I think. Let me just make the line height to be better. I also have another CSS variable for that called var dd line height lh base. That just gives it copy and then paste that style on every other thing. Paste style, paste style. And I think we've gone a good bit. The other thing now is all the other alt text. So maybe I'll open it up again to people. What will we say the alt text of these images? Let me make it centered. Okay, something like this image. I'm not really sure what these are. As usual, I get my trusty copy. Where's copy image? Oh, okay. Because they use it as a background image. Let me put it on my own website and then I'll copy it from there. So come to the next one. The image is the one with these ones. And the text is called Byright Creamery and Friends. So Byright Creamery and Friends. Don't worry, I'm not actually writing capital letters. It's because I put the CSS to make it all caps. That's why it's all caps. I didn't actually write it as capital letters. Then copy this, paste that one in. Next one, the last section, put the nourish and the plus inspire. Okay. Nourish plus inspire. And I'll paste it in. So we are getting there. Paste. The buttons, are they the same? Order now, learn more, download app. So learn more about what? That's the where the problem starts to happen. When you say learn more, the question is learn more about what? Because a screen reader user will not if he's scrolling by links, he will only simply land on this link and all he hears is learn more. No idea what he's learning more about. At least download app, you can start to guess that okay, it is the app for the website that we're downloading. But when it comes to all these other kind of things like learn more, you start to wonder because learn more is so generic. It can be so many different things. Then the other one, order now. I guess it's order that it. I guess that one is debatable. If you say order now, what are you actually ordering? Is it order now that you go to an order page where you now choose what you're ordering, or order now as in you're ordering the meal that should have been chosen? But I think it is. I think each one should be fine. The only thing that is not fine is this learn more, because you're not sure what you're learning more about. But yeah, let's see. So, like I was saying, what if anybody has any idea, what will you say the alt text of these images? Let me go ahead and copy the image, and let me see if I can drag in this other Claude here. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay. So let me try and make it to be like this. So at least people can see the image and try to guess what the image should be, the alt text of the image should be. For me, let's see. How do you normally, what will you actually put as your, because usually this is how I just write my own thing for my alt text. I'll just say, help me write an alt text for my image for this restaurant, and I paste the image and it gives me the alt text. So what kind of context will I put? Like, maybe you can, if you can give me some hints of what I should write in the chat, so I can just, because usually this is how generic I always write my alt text. I just put generic thing here, I paste the image in, and it goes through the image and it just starts to describe the entire image for me. So, okay, so the text next to the image. Okay, that makes sense. So, Byright, Creamery, and Friends. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's say I put it as, okay, please. So, please suggest an alt text for my image, which is next to the following for my okay a restaurant website, right? Okay, please suggest alt text for the for my image, yeah, which is next to the following text. Then let me first paste the image in, so I know it's there. Byright, Creamery, okay. Okay, and then, oh, what the heck is this? We worked with, oh, okay, yeah. I did not even see what I had no idea what I copied. So let's see. Then Let's go ahead and see what it tells us. Uh, Done. 2. Oh, did I write that? Let's see. Where do I? How do I edit this now? Let me open it in a full window. I can't edit it, right? No. No, I can't. So, where did I write the opens a new window? Okay. So where did that text come from? Oh, okay. I wrote it. I didn't even realize. Where is it? This is it. Opens in a new window. Where is that? Okay. Ring Taro. Yeah. Ring Taro. Okay. Oh, thanks for spotting that. Let's go back again and try it again. Okay. Oh, I see. So it says a stylish. So let me make it less than 250 words, characters. Or is it words? 250 words. My mind has gone blank. Yeah, so. Okay, so this is what it says is the alt text. It says scoops of pale barite sweet, okay, ice cream on a leaf-shaped plate. Is that a leaf-shaped plate? Not sure. The background, barite container glass of plum pieces, okay, and small black cups. It's not even black. It's like, I don't know, silver or something. I don't know what the colors are. It is black. My eyes are playing up on me right now. Okay, so Japanese inspired presentation showcasing the Rintaro collaboration. Okay, so I'll just copy it. So now, at least now I know how to write my alt text. So thanks for the tip. I think I'll add that to my next video sometime when we do a video. So you try to show how to put context into the alt text for the AI to come up with better alt text. So I'll put that in there. Oh, okay. Thanks for joining again. And I think the stream might soon even end. Once we can finish a couple of the sections, I think that will be the end. At least we're just learning about the alt text. So I think we just look at the last one image, and I think that will be good to go. If we have any other questions, if anybody has any other question, then we can tackle that question. But for now, I think we just try to come up with. Let me try and do the same thing again with this image and see if what kind of alt text the thing would give us. And I think that we can call it a day after that. So yeah, here's the image. I believe no, I got the wrong image. No. Where is the image? Am I playing up on me? It should be. with all of this. That's which one? I somehow I can't see the image. Let me look at it again. So that means I didn't copy it, I guess. Let me go ahead and copy the image from here, inspect. Then I believe it was a background image somewhere. Okay, background photo. And where did I knew I saw this. Okay, yeah, that's it. So let me just copy the image or save image first. Then I'll go ahead and drop the image here. It didn't drop. Okay, try it again. Downloads. Open the folder. I'll try again. Let's see this time. Maybe this time it will be better. The image has just decided to elude me and not want to show up. Okay, I think I got it. So this is the image. So we have the image here now. Let me make sure the width and height is 100%. Okay, and object fit should be cover. Okay, yeah, we got the image. The only thing left now is to try to get the alt text, and we can call it a day. So publish, view on front end. I'll copy the image, go to my Claude, and I should actually even save it as a kind of reusable alt text. So the image, then copy, and let me go ahead and put the text. That's nourish and inspire. Let me be very sure. Okay. Copy and come back to the. Let's see now. Let's see what it comes up with. So it says, vibrant autumn salad with roasted squash, pomegranate seeds, and leafy greens. Colorful mix of yellow and orange vegetables, bright red pomegranate areoles, and dark green leaves on a white platter. Fresh seasonal catering dish. So, what do you think? Is that a great alt text or not? I don't know anything about food, so I'll just go and say yes, it is. That's how bad I am with food items. I only know how to eat the food, but I can't actually describe anything about food for you or to anybody. Let me publish it and just look at it. So, okay, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think that is how we can improve the entire website. Is about, if you're talking about accessibility, first, as much as you can, don't use an image to represent text. Try to put the text itself rather than putting an image of a text. But if you have to put an image of a text, well, make sure the alt text tries to describe the image as well, so that when a screen reader user, or if we disable images at least the alt text will still try to represent the text in the image, and we can get the information about what is in the image. Then, like Anne said, try to make it left aligned for your text. It's easier to read. And they've come up with so many new CSS roles, which I put before, which is like pretty and I think is text wrap pretty, that tries to make sure there are no hanging words just hanging around. It tries to balance everything out in a very nice way. There is text align balanced, which tries to balance out the headings so that the heading doesn't have just one dangling text. If I had put text align balanced, let's see if I can show it here. If I put it on freshly arrived, yeah, so freshly arrived something, that's a H2. So if I say selector H2 text align, or text wrap, text wrap should be balanced. See how it makes everything balanced basically, so that there is no dangling word. If you try to do it on the paragraph text, so let me just copy all of these, which is what I've just started recently doing. So if I say on the paragraph text, balance will now make it a bit weird. So if you say pretty, is it pretty? Yeah, I think it's pretty. Let me cut it out and see. Anything change? Let's see it on the front end, publish, and look at it on front end. Okay, I don't know if it didn't work or something, or maybe let's see if it, or is it balanced with a D? No, pretty, yeah, I think it's, don't know why it didn't work. But basically, you're supposed to make the whole thing look prettier. I think maybe it's working already. But so that it improves the reading quality when you put this, so that everything is, rather than having to just read one word on the last line, you get to read it in a balanced way. So the top, every text is balanced for headings. Then for longer text, the whole thing becomes a bit prettier. But yeah, that's it. So if anybody has any questions, please do leave them in the comments and we take the questions. Otherwise, I believe that's it for now. Oh, so the results of the poll says that the easiest builder to use is Elementor, followed by Bricks, followed by Gutenberg, and nobody chose Divi. I guess because my crowd, we are all Elementor or Bricks users. So that's why the poll suggests that Elementor is the easiest builder to use, followed by Bricks, followed by Gutenberg and full site editing. But what do you think? Oh, okay. Thanks for joining in, Anne. I think I'm also going offline now. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in to the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I have learned a lot as well, learning how to write some prompts for the headings and the images. So that will help me to improve my own website, because I'm going back to my website to try to improve all of the alt text I put on my images in my own website. So this is a good session for me. So until next time, keep enjoying your web design life and enjoying your day. And now I just have to find the page because I have so many tabs open. Okay, yes. So, bye.